Good morning. I just thought I'd say a few quick things about the results that are still coming in on the midterm elections. I've watched a couple of the channels, the standard ones, CNN, Fox, MSNBC, Democracy Now, uh, and our public television stations, as well as the local ones. And there's this sense of relief and speaking about how democracy won over the far right issues. Those who've been supported by Trump didn't do as well in these midterm elections. And there is great rejoicing in the United States Senate by the Democrats over the fact that they've held that majority. And while in the House, while it's still up, uh, the it appears as though the Republicans under McCarthy, Representative McCarthy out of California here, will become the next Speaker of the House by a slim majority. And so these things are settling in. But here's the thing with respect to African Americans, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. We still don't have voting rights. We don't have police reform. The things that we gave our support to the Democratic Party for, none of those things have changed. As a matter of fact, they've been pushed off the agenda by the Democrats. What are they gleeful and talking about today? They're talking about codifying the right to choose for a woman, abortion rights. They're talking about protecting the right of marriage by the LGBTQI community. They're talking about being able to appoint judges as they choose in record numbers. Those things have nothing to do with us directly. It's as if they're saying, hey, can't you be happy for me? And the answer is no. You see, because the things that we cared about have been pushed off your agenda. President Biden, to the Senate and to the House. If we can't vote, what does that matter? Oh, just put your constitutional rights to the side. Put aside the fact that your rights are being violated by law enforcement. Put aside the fact that the United States Supreme Court is gutting voting rights and will be taking up affirmative action now. And a ruling will come down at the beginning of the year. So nothing has changed for us. So I guess the interests of the Democrats and the interests of African Americans, they're not the same. Their interest is to stay in power. That's the Democrats. Our interest is to see authentic change, which affects our lives every day. And those interests are not the same. Justice, or my mistake, Director of the Department of Justice, Merrick Garland. This is a terrible appointment, it turns out. This man is acting as if he's sitting on the Supreme Court and that he has a lifetime appointment in which to effect change. Well, he doesn't. And so he sits and contemplates and does very little. He doesn't understand the political nature of the office that he is in. And so nothing's really changed for us. And it won't change until we decide to change it. We need an alternative plan because Washington is broken. We're not going to get any solutions out of there. They're just vying over who's going to be over what position. But our interests clearly are not being served.